Hello, everyone. Good evening. If you guys don't know, my name is Javier. I am a poet, and I like to make poetry videos on YouTube. If this is your first time with us on stream, here's how things work. I'm going to be performing some poetry that I wrote for you guys. And you guys can chat in the live chat. Um, and please do, because I like chatting with you guys. I also like answering questions. I like telling you guys different stuff about the poetry that I make, as well as different facts about it. Where my mind was at when I wrote some things. Let's see, I can see we already have a pretty good amount of people here. Hello, Boards Kalot. It's all here. Tell him, and it's all was here from before the beginning, telling me that the Noti Squad was here. Let's see, Life of Naya 06, Brianna's Adventure. Thank you all for joining me. And if I didn't say hello to you, just put hello in the chat. I'd love to give you a good old hello. You make great poems. That really means a lot to me. Life of Naya, since I've written poetry for quite a bit of time, but I personally still don't consider myself to be that good. But I'm learning every single day. So, and guys, quite honestly, I think that this is probably the best um, set of poems that I've made so far. Like, looking at this list, I think that every one of them is just such a banger. Not that good. Yeah, Life of Nine. I don't really consider myself to be that good. Boy, you made that poem for your girlfriend, and I almost cried. Oh, thank you. She liked it too. Thankfully, I felt so lonely. Well, the good thing about it is, nobody's really born to be alone. At least that's what I think. Everybody's got one person that's out there for them, and I truly believe that. But yeah, it'll probably also kind of tell you what kind of person I am in terms of romance, because I did this for 1 month. So yeah, a beautiful moonlight 08. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get on with the first poem of our set. This one is called Heart of Darkness. The interesting fact about this one is that I used to be very alone in high school. I didn't really have too many friends, so this was kind of me putting everything onto paper, basically. So, um, thank thank you once again for joining, and I hope you enjoy. I guess this is the end, my friend. Farewell. To all that hasn't gone well, the conflict in my heart, I don't even know where to start. I guess part is my fault. I failed to speak up at all. Thank you, my friend. I beg you, before this reaches the end, hold me once more in this infinite. Make me feel that all had its worth to it. That smile was always on my face. But could you imagine if darkness took its place? I guess I wrote the prelude in this form, the calm before the storm. I guess that for it, I was a host. But allow me one question. not more or less. For even if I could light up most, who could light my heart of darkness? Poetically yours, Javier Santamaria. Just on lunch. Okay, hopefully I don't get your name wrong. Lacuatserong Negro. Okay, so if you just got done with your lunch break, um, hopefully the rest of your day is good. Now I know your content, it's all about poet. Yep, it's all about poetry. These are so good, but I'm gonna listen so I don't disrespect while you read. Oh, thank you, Life of Naya. I like it. Thank you, it's all. I can't put a smiley face because it's all sad. Um, let's see. The weird thing about this set of poems is that I guess not. I guess there aren't any that are really all that happy, but it's all kind of like middle of the road. It's kind of like what a lot of these poems kind of have that that's it's kind of what you make of it thing. And I guess that's kind of how I like to write. I like to write more. I like to write stuff that allows people to have more of an interpretation of it. But I do like writing some stuff that is either straightforward and sad or straightforward and happy. Let's see. And I can't even write a poem. Hey, at one point I couldn't even write a sentence in English. We got Papa J Pulido just stepping into the building. Hello, hello. So yeah, guys, once again, thank you guys so much for joining me on this live stream. I really do appreciate it a lot. It means the world to me. Currently, we have 7 people in the building. We have 9 thumbs up. But to be fair, even if I just had one person in here and one thumbs up, I would still say the same thing because I really do appreciate it. It means the world. Up next is the Gamble and the Storm. Now, the interesting fact about this one is um, I didn't. The interesting fact about the Gamble and the Storm is that I was kind of just inspired by the sea one day. Like I used to hear a lot of stories about the sea and the ocean and pirates, and I kind of wanted to throw mine into the mix, if that makes sense. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Gamble and the Storm. Hope you enjoy it. I see it. It's getting closer and closer, and it's a big one. If mouths were hoses, then they're all spraying it, and they're all preparing so that tomorrow they aren't lying dead. And even then, there's something so exhilarating to know that it's coming. Pure possibility and the greatest gamble. I've locked in my mentality with the space no longer ample. The looks of fear as it could sneer. The thought of death so real it collides and becomes so surreal. That moment was a monument. The cards are laid and the dues are paid, but they don't know I'm gambling with the biggest cost. See, we weren't supposed to set sail. It's a fool's journey to become lost. But I took the gamble and switched reports to set sail. What's better than to gamble with one life? 13. To know the will to stay alive, the biggest thrill I've ever seen, it's coming. And we'll see who the winner is soon. Poetically yours, Javier Santamaria. Let's see, we have a poem here by Lacuatserong Negro. Again, hopefully I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm not gonna read it simply because I don't know if you have a copyright on it or not. But that is really sweet. Thank you for sharing it. All right. Hold on, just 1 second. I'll be right back. Hello. So sorry about that. Um, Next up, what we have is a poem I like to call Garden. And the interesting fact about this one is that it's also based on my high school experience, um, mainly with people that are toxic to relationships or friendships. So that's my winning poem back in my college days. I gotta say that is really good. Um, so up next up, ladies and gentlemen, Garden. Why would you poison something so beautiful? Why would you spread such poison to those who said like you? It never made any sense. It was like you never had a conscience, and they always just let you without a reason. It always just seems that you thought importance meant notoriety. You were entirely mistaken. And now that we've given the flowers a safe haven, yours are the only ones left. No one would even attempt a theft. Everything's rotted, and your hope may be to be left forgotten. Since you never said sorry, we'll just leave you ashamed and not worry. You wanted to mess with us and our flowers? The things we value so much as we grew together? Then you can have yours and only your flowers here. You can stay with them since we won't care. We took ours and we grew together elsewhere, where unlike you, we'll grow stronger and not alone anymore. Poetically yours, Javier Santamaria. Just sub to you on my four other accounts, 735 subs. Thank you so much, Edsal. You have some good poems. Aw, thank you. I do my very best. Again, I don't consider myself to be good or even great, but hopefully I do at least write something that makes people smile or maybe they can relate to. More on Filipino language. If I learn Filipino language, I will write more poetry in that. Hope you guys stick around because there is a really happy poem right at the end. See, we have I'm Sheng Vlog in the building. Hello, hello, hello. It's Saul. How long does it usually take you to write a poem? Now, this is pretty interesting because for me, it really does depend on the poem. For it used to take me about maybe a half hour to an hour, but that's the writing portion. That's not me getting inspired and writing about stuff. Um, because I don't like to just write. There are people who will just be like, "Oh, that's a flower. Let me write something about a flower." I don't do that. If it's something that I really don't want to write about, I will not write about it because if I don't want to write about it, then obviously I'm not going to feel anything for it. And I don't want to write something that I don't feel, because if I write it and I really am not feeling the content, then what are the chances that you guys are going to feel what I write? Probably very little. So um I find inspiration mostly from things in my own life. Um, if we were to take the entire list of the Poetically Yours series of poems, um, I could tell you that probably a good chunk, maybe 40 to 50%, are kind of based on my own life. Um, but yeah, in total, I I probably think it takes me anywhere from 30 minutes to maybe 1 or 2 hours to write a poem, depending on what the poem is. There are times when I do just like get in the mood and everything just kind of comes together and it really clicks. Um, if you check out a poem called "The World Is Not Enough," that one was just like it. That one was everything just came together. I was in the mood and I was getting it done, and I ended up writing that in about 10 minutes. What made you decide to enter YouTube? Well, I actually did YouTube for about 2 years. But my first year was on another channel. I used to do vlogs, and I wasn't really good at it. I can admit that I was pretty bad at doing vlogs. Um, I was never really a natural on camera. So after a year, I saw that I really wasn't getting too many views or subs, and that this wasn't really going anywhere. So I decided to close down that channel, and I went back to the drawing board. I said, okay, what can I do very well? What do I have some sort of skill in? What's going to be my thing? And then I remembered I used to and still write poetry. And that's kind of what started this series. I thought, hey, I used to do poetry. Let's do a YouTube on that. But I needed a name that was really catchy and would come like that. So I had a music teacher who would always end his letters by saying "musically yours." And I'm like that always sounded really cool. So I'm like, how about if I become poetically yours? And boom, that's kind of how this entire channel was made. You do spoken poetry. You can be a speaker soon. Not a bad idea. I write a poem when I'm in the mood. Yeah, same here. I like the way you use your words. Since you write poems is really unique. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I hope that at the very least the stuff I write or even the way I present it kind of goes against the mold. So that really that really means a lot to me. Up next, guys, is a poem I like to call "The Job." The interesting fact about this one is I wrote this while I was working at a childcare place, and this was about all of my frustrations. And I basically, put them all in this poem. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is "The Job." Hopefully, you enjoy. Overthought and thought again, the painful drips I mop again, in circles as this lot begins. I look for the strength I brought within. Do everything time and time again, refine and be him. In circles, I see the clock spinning, my mind rots within. Wondering what ifs and plans to run away, pondering, that is, in order to find a way. I don't think I like this anymore. I felt bliss before. I don't no more, and I don't front, I haven't seen the door. I bide my time and bid farewell. They subside and I feel something rare. Swell. A job well done as I walk out, knowing that there's no more to talk about. Here's a 2 week time limit, because my heart's no longer in it. Not anymore. Poetically yours, Javier Santamaria. Looking forward to more poems coming from your channel. Thank you, that means a lot. I like the way you use your words since you write poems. It's really unique, is what I meant to say. Once again, thank you so much. It's Saul. I'll be right back in 1 second. Sorry once again, guys. Usually I don't have any interruptions during my live streams, but today was just a very particular day. Has anyone ever noticed you in public, or have you ever seen a celebrity in public? Um, I don't, I don't think anyone is really that big of a fan of my poetry to be like, oh my goodness, maybe if I go out in Las Vegas, I'll see him. So I don't think no nobody has ever noticed me in public in a sort of celebrity kind of way. Um, I will say I have seen a couple celebrities in public. Um, I've seen I saw Travis Scott one day entering the T-Mobile Arena, which was pretty cool. And besides that, I used to work at a school where a bare knuckle boxer used to leave his kid for the after school program, and I didn't realize who he was until one day he came in to pick up his son, and he was all beaten up through his face, and he's like, "Oh hey, yeah, I'm fine. You should see the other guy though." He was pretty cool. He was pretty nice though. All right, so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, up next we are gonna have a bit of a more hard hitting poem. It's a poem that's very near and dear to my heart. It's called Walk. The interesting fact about Walk is it's a poem that I made about the death of my grandma. My grandma unfortunately passed away this year, and I wanted to make sure that I took the time to make sure that her memory would be able to live on. So, ladies and gentlemen, up next, probably the hardest poem I've ever had to write. Walk. I need to learn to walk without you. I need to. At this point, it's been 40 days and many nights I've laid awake. I've heard the praise and lived through each phase, and all the lies and barriers break away. I've got to accept it. You're gone. You started flying and have left us all behind, certainly to a better place that's more sublime. You look down and see that we're all right, a promise that we made to you on that night. They're all together now, consoling each other. Because of looming uncertainty, arms are put around one and the other. Through our Through your bonds, they become like sisters and brothers. Everyone was family, and they've all known you as a mother. It'll all be okay over soon. It's okay. I've seen the last moon, and I'll get up on the next day because I need to learn to walk without you. I need to learn to live without you. Because the worst part of my life right now is knowing that you're gone. And even though I talk and I get consoled every time I walk, I'll continue to try to be a rock because I can still wake up and see time in the clock, but I know that I may fall. But no matter how many times I may fall through it all, no matter if I hit a wall or if the chance of healing is small, I'll get up again. Today and the next day and the next day. Like the points of view at the beginning, I'll count to 3 and get up repeatedly without an end because I need to learn to walk without you. I need to learn to live without you because the worst part of my life right now is knowing that you're gone. My heart and mind won't be locked without you. I know I'll learn to breathe without you because I promised you on that night that we will get up and we'll walk again. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this with us. Yeah, no problem. Have you ever made a premiere? I do premieres on pretty much every single video I put out. Yep, there is it's all. Yes, I do. You should make a poem and publish. Funny thing about that, I'm actually going through the process of taking this book that I've written and publishing it. So I will be coming up with a book very soon. I will pray for your grandma. Thank you. That means more to me than I could possibly put into words. Thank you. Our next poem is called Alone. The fun fact for this one is I wrote Alone while I was in the bathroom. Yep. Um, while in the bathroom, I just kind of got like a jolt of inspiration, and I was just sitting down, and so I just started typing on my phone, and I'm like, oh, this is really good. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. And I think that in total I spent about a half hour in the bathroom just typing this, not even doing anything, just typing this poem. Funny thing is, my legs were asleep after that, so that's a little fun fact about it. That's so sad. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Alone. It's been many years that I've been forced, and after many tears that I've been forced, I've seen the true colors of the collective. You tried shutting me down, but that just wasn't effective, and I don't live your mangled up truths that are subjective. No, because with such true friends like you, I guess I've never had to endure covered up enemies. So do I feel it? No. Because with ends tied true, I'm with my spirit gaining amenities. I've slowly realized something in this endless nothing. You tried chaining my body and breaking my spirit, tried spoiling what I embody, and then put me at a cliff and dared me to clear it. And when it kept going and my blood boiling, you tossed me aside and still told me I wasn't enough. Like you didn't dare me to act tough, but the judgment awaits. This time won't be for me to forsake. And though judgment don't wait, it'll make an exception for the gospel made of my conception and introspection. For you. 'Cause after so much pain and agony, you dared to still gain off my ending misery. Your lies sharpened, my mind broken. You hit your target, but you forgot it. Or maybe you just didn't care to notice your misconception. It's alright, I'll tell you before you have a conniption. I'm not afraid to be alone. Leave and never return. It's clear your final torture has taken an unfortunate turn. But if this is as good as it will get, then my life now is a lot better than when you were in it. Poetically yours, Javier Santamaria. Love all your poems. I can imagine you can be an inspiration. Honestly, I hope so. At the very least, I hope that I inspire people to read more poetry or go out to see poets live, or even I just hope to inspire people that will one day want to create stuff. So that means a lot to me. Thank you. BRB. Okay, no problem. It's all. Up next, we have a poem called Memento Mori. Now, the fun fact about this is that this is actually kind of more of a warning. Back, hey, hello, it's Saul. Good to have you back, bud. So, Memento Mori is kind of a warning, and it is based off of the ancient saying, remember that you will die. But it's also meant, but like the saying, it's also meant as kind of like a warning. So, hopefully, sup. Not much. It's all. We're still here. We're still chilling, and we're still happy to be here. All right. So here's Memento Mori, everyone. I walked in on a cold summer night, and I'd see the nightstand holds me longer tonight. A note appears, and as I walk near, a sense of calming dread came upon me. And up on the stand it stares as I grab, wanting to read, haunting to me. Is the dread as I speak the words, and in the calmness that cuts deep like a sword, Memento Mori, my friends. For each living will die, and hope for each dying to live. For those truths fade as our youths age, Memento Mori, my friends. For each kingdom has a king, and each fiend of life has its sleeve. Every sting of this truth hits on this eve. And as it rings so slowly, I let it sing Memento Mori, my friends. Don't believe the people around you. Don't pick sides when all those surround you. I'm talking lies and deceit. When you survive and the mountain gets steep, don't look back and don't worry. Some of us would rather walk to our deaths than hurry. Don't look back and lie. For every attack from each side will never subside the many truths. Memento Mori, my friends. The note revealed this and much more, and it kept changing its form. I do wish I could relay it all to you, my friends, but I'll leave you with this part. Memento Mori, my friends. Never forget it. Poetically yours, Javier Santamaria. I am your avid fan now. that means so much. I love your poem. It really shows your emotions. It goes really smoothly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys. For those of you in the audience that love romance or are romantics, Life of Naya, if you're still here. But anyway, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. It's all love here. It's all love here, guys. But for those of you that are romantics or love anything romance related, my next poem, Darkness Falls. My love for you has been a dream, but I never thought of tears would seem. It never seemed we were haunted, but our flaws were always daunted. I thought we'd left it down and vaulted. I never thought that happiness halted. I never knew that we were faulted. But even if the darkness falls, I know we won't be animals. I know that we'll be standing tall. And I'll still love you. I'll still love you. Even if the darkness falls, I know that we won't lose control. I know you always want it all. Of my love, you can have it all. You can have it all. Hold, we're gonna pause this poem for 1 second. Sorry, dude, but I have to go to bed. That's cool. It's all. Hope you have a fantastic night. Back to the poem. It goes downhill and comes back up. Our anger caps when it's enough. If patience was a virtue, why do you hurt me and I you? I can only hope our fights are never big, that we hold stronger than a twig. And sometimes we may fear our love will stay true. But even if the darkness comes, I know we won't be animals. I know that we'll be standing tall, and I'll still love you. I'll still love you. Even if the stars align, I know that there may still be time. And I'll still care even when life's not fair. But even if the darkness falls, I know we won't be animals. I know that we'll be standing tall, and I'll still love you. I'll still love you. Even if the darkness falls, I know that we won't lose control. I know you always want it all. Of my love, you can have it all. You can have it all. Poetically yours, Javier Santamaria. If random people start coming into your stream, it's because I posted a vid for all my subscribers to come to your. Have a good night. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Love listening to your poem. Thank you. Thank you. We got two more tonight, folks. The first is what many people have called my signature poem. This is Goodnight. Watch it burn. Watch it fall. We took our turn, went against it all, and lost it while committing the greatest crime of all. Let him sing, let the words ring. Letting the pages burn is hard, because they're filled with words from my heart, knowing none would compare to you, not mine and not art. No more sadness, going back is madness, and only blue skies after storms allowed, only clear ways after the snow is plowed. We pushed the boulder that wouldn't stay, so now we're hoping these wings we've built will save the day. I hope our days set peacefully as the sun leaves our faces, because I know we're flying to different places. We fought so hard. It's time to rest. Good night. Poetically yours, Javier Santamaria. The fun fact for Good Night, I saved for the end because Good Night is actually the name of my upcoming book. And last up, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave you guys with a really happy poem. This poem is called "The World Is Not Enough," and the fun fact for "The World Is Not Enough" is that I wrote this for my crush. Well, my girlfriend, but I wrote it for her when she was just my crush. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's go out with a bang. This is "The World Is Not Enough." Curtains fall and the days continue under all the amazing venues. There's no sight I'd rather see than your smile shining on no other than me. You're radiant, and lately I'm just staring at the tallest places, and people expect me to smile as if I won the longest races. But with the halls I'm faced with, the longest phases, without you. Darling, if I could, just know I would. On certain times it's by design, but it's so sublime, I do it all just to call you mine. But I'd never be enough. Give you the purest diamonds in the world, the greatest poem using my words, cast Hamptons protected by every kind of sword, and the latest kind of food that you say, oh Lord. Darling, as I stand in this room staring for hours, I realize I could get it all for you. Even the world. But the world will never be enough to let you know how much you mean to me. Poetically yours, Javier Santamaria. Oh no, somebody left a dislike. Oh, let me check that out. one this one dislike out of one dislike. Wow. Well, whoever left the dislike, thank you so much for the engagement. Wow, this video is totally gonna do slightly better now. But anyway, guys, that is my entire set of poetry for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Um, it has been fun. This is really fun for me. I hope you guys are having fun. Um, again, I really appreciate you guys coming over here. But yeah, be good people. Um, make sure make sure that you leave a like, or heck, maybe a dislike. I don't know. It's all engagement. um, if you like what I do and you want to see more, my 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 channel is right here. It's Poetically Yours by Javier Santamaria. Um, yeah, if you want to keep be updated whenever I post, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Other than that, I had a lot of fun, dude. Thank you so much. Other than that, I will see all of you in the next video or in the next live stream. I love you all. Goodbye.